Alabama with a clear direction here on a 3rd down and 10. They pick up the first down. They can run the clock out. They need to get to the Gamecock 24-yard line. But if they don't, you kick the field goal, risk having it blocked or try to go up 4. Tommy and I, we talk a lot. We don't always come up with a consensus. I'm not sure we have one here. Let's check down on the sideline. Here's Chet Tucker. Chet, what do you think? Obviously, we need to stop here. But if you're Alabama, do you attempt the field goal to try to go up 4? I don't know what your other, go for it.
What's that?
4th down?
Yeah, I think that they would attempt the field goal, provided they don't lose yardage here. It'd be about a 51, 52-yard field goal. You got the Luke Rosa Award winner from last year, now your kicker, and that's why you go out and get someone like that in the transfer portal. So I think that we would see that attempt. If it's a 4th down and 1, if they pick up 8 or 9 yards, maybe they make a different calculation. But I think if it stays about this with a 50-yard attempt, they would try to take the points.
Well, it gets back to Herrera's field goal attempt. Had he made that, the whole complexion would change, obviously, because, and obviously everybody knows that because we'd be ahead, but we just got to get better.
Bama's still got their 3 timeouts. Carolina is out of them. Got to have a stop here. Bama quickly comes to the line of scrimmage. They're going to empty the backfield with Milroe. 3 wide receivers over to the right side. Jam Miller split out left. They need 10 yards. Carolina pressuring the line of scrimmage. Miller comes over to the right side. Milroe backing up. Crossing route, got a man wide open. At the 10, 5, turning in. Touchdown, Alabama. That's Bernard from 34 yards out on a beautifully designed and executed play. That'll put the Gamecocks away as it's 26-19 with 1:54 to go in the ball game. And when we say wide open, I mean nobody on that half of the field.
Exactly, more wide open than Maceo Bennett was when he caught the touchdown pass from Sellers a while ago for 36 yards. Wow. Boy, it just...
3rd and 10, they convert. Good setup. I'm not even sure where Bernard came from, but Carolina, the Gamecocks secondary looking at each other after that. Nicholson to attempt the extra point. They put it down for him, booted up, and got it.
That's tough right there because defense didn't deserve that. They caused it, but the defense didn't deserve that, Todd. They played too hard today for that.
Now it's an 8-point ball game.
Yep.
27-19, so you've got to score and get 2 and 1:54 to go in the ball game and no timeouts.
Let's don't stop. Not over to that.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little singing going on. And
stranger things have happened. The Gamecocks scoring drive today, too. You know, they've had a 16-play drive and a 10-play drive. We're taking a lot of time off the clock. Not a lot of big strike in Carolina right now, offensively. And they have fought hard this afternoon, but it may be for naught. Down 27-19 with 1:54 to go in the ball game. Calty to kick off. Juju McDowell set back in the end zone. Calty's been booming them today. We'll see where he chooses to do here. Alabama ranked number 7. Kick away from Juju and out of the back of the end zone. Touchback. And just shocked last week in Nashville, 40-35.
Tell you one thing though, speaking of last week, I am proud of this football team and this coaching staff that got these kids in a position after last week to come down here in a tough environment, 100-something thousand people, and play as well as we have.
A lot
Good
of
job.
hanging heads after that.
No matter what happens. A lot of naysayers, a lot of people concerned, but boy, they played well here today. They've represented Carolina like we should be represented.
Rocket Sanders will join Lenore Sellers as the crowd starts to pick up. Sellers in the pocket, going to run away from one man. Now another, stutter steps, falls down to about the 30. He was lucky there because Campbell was tracking him from behind. A 4-yard gain on the play. Carolina sets up quickly with 1:39 remaining, the clock running. He wants to move Bennett over to the left side. 1:30 Second down and 6, trailing by 8. Sellers in the pocket, steps up again to run, throws late, tipped up and incomplete. He wanted Larvadan. It went through his hands, and we're lucky a Bama defender did not come up with that one, as they were hanging all over Sellers, and 3rd and 6 for Carolina is upcoming.
What a great athletic play that time, though nearly was a great athletic play because he was being dragged down and had enough presence and strength to try to get it away.
Sellers 20 of 25 for 188 yards and a touchdown. Trying to keep his Gamecocks alive with 1:22 to go in the ball game, down by 8. Simon moves over to the right side. The tight end stands up now. Here comes Campbell off the edge. Sellers in the pocket. And there's a flag on the play. Sellers with a pump fake's going to run. Slides down at his own 39-yard line. Hold on, that looks like it could be holding on Carolina. No, it's on Alabama.
Maybe off. I can't tell. Maybe offsides. I don't know where it is.
That was late for an offsides throw.
It sure was, yeah.
Clock.
Offside. Defense, number 11. That
Yeah, it was
penalty is
Campbell with the
declined.
jump.
The result of the play is a first down. The clock will start on the snap.
That stops at 1:15, and the penalty helps. Ball now on the Gamecock 37. Need a score and a 2-point conversion to tie it up, take it overtime. Sellers rocks back in the pocket. Got protection. Stands up, now down the middle. Got his man caught at the 47 of Alabama. Into the territory of the Crimson Tide is Gage Larvadan, a 17-yard gain. Clock at 105, 104.
He's got time to throw because they're dropping people out of there. They're not rushing people.
4-man rush, it's not a hefty one. Underneath again, thrown into coverage. Who's got it? Fight for the football. I think neither Larvadan or Alabama's got it. Incomplete.
I thought initially Alabama had intercepted it, Todd. It looked like from up here, Jackson, I thought, had it. But as you call it, neither one of them had it, really. So
Second down and 10. We're under a minute. 55 seconds to go. It's 27-19 Alabama. Sellers, the freshman quarterback, 21 of 27 on the day. Simon in motion. They have play action inside. Sellers under pressure, and this time they get him in sacking. Flag on the play as well. Could be face mask on Sellers. They drug him to the ground in kind of an awkward way, Tommy.
yeah, Peter just had the presence to move it outside. He'd have been running still. But well, easy to see that up here.
There's 50 seconds left on the clock. It stopped, obviously, with a penalty. And it is going to be against Alabama. So 2 penalties on this drive against the Crimson Tide.
Personal foul, face mask, defense,
Good
number
call.
34.
Good call, Todd.
The result of the play was a fumble recovered by Alabama and forced the penalty from the previous spot. It'll be first down.
So Lenore Sellers shakes off the fumble and the face mask and got to get his team back up to the line of scrimmage. They're within striking distance here with 50 seconds to go. 1st and 10 at the Bama 31. Down by 8. Alabama stalking with 3 rushing. Sellers throwing down the field, jump ball once. Nick Harburg, did he get a foot down? No, incomplete. Harbour, the big wide receiver with a jump ball, couldn't hold on to it.
Tell you one thing.
And it's incomplete. Good throw by Sellers. Gave him a shot.
And you felt about 95,000 people holding their breath there, too, because the other 5,000 are Carolina fans. But it was close.
They may take a look at this one.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The previous play is under further review.
Well, Tommy, he got his foot down. I just saw the replay as whether he held the ball.
He held the ball, yeah.
If he held the ball, then this thing could be a touchdown. And you can kiss my big Crimson Tide tail is what you can do. That's a touchdown.
Well, they hadn't called it yet.
I know, but give it to Big Nick Harbour.
Well, all of our Carolina players went nuts when they saw it. So I don't think that's any question. Whether you said, Todd, whether he got his foot down or not. I mean, that's down. I mean,
as long as he held the ball going to the turf.
Yeah.
We were blocked by some Gamecocks and cheerleaders down there as well, but it certainly appears to be a touchdown right now. And folks, there's 43 seconds remaining. Let's go down to Chet Tucker. Chet, we need a touchdown and a extra point, and a 2-point conversion. We may have just got the touchdown.
We absolutely did. We're standing about 4 yards from that play. The ball goes up in the air. Harbor goes up, makes a great play, able to get that left foot down. The only question is if they say that there was a bobble at some point during the contact with the ground. But we right here live said that's a touchdown, and we're shocked by them calling it incomplete.
After review, the receiver had firm control and had his foot in bounds. Therefore,
touchdown Carolina! Touchdown Nick Harbor! What a catch from the 6'5" sophomore.
And all you people out there that said, why don't they throw it to him more? I mean, tremendous play. You know, he's a great tracksman. He wants to run into the Olympics. He can one of these days. But, boy, he came up with a big one right there. God, this is fun.
Now the Gamecocks need the 2-point conversion with 43 seconds to go. It's 27-25 Alabama.
75 yards, 7 plays.
Got to tie it up to go to overtime. Carolina's going to put the football just inside the left hash mark. Rocket Sanders back in at tailback. He split out to the right side. Sellers out of the gun. Sanders comes across his face. Fake that way. Sellers going to roll right through the back of the end zone. He overthrows Gaze Larvadan. Make that Van Drinkens Jacobs and can't convert. I think he had him open, Tommy, on a corner route. And Sellers under some pressure cannot make the throw. It remains 27-25. Oh my goodness. It was set up. They faked the Sanders on the speed sweep. He did get some pressure on the edge, but it was no shot for Jacobs to catch that pass. Overthrown over the back. He didn't really give him a shot there.
I think he had some pressure on him going back and look at it, but yeah, you got to give your receiver a chance no matter what it is, and just one of those things.
So 43 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here comes your onside kick for the Gamecocks with no timeouts remaining. And they need a hands team miracle right now. Alabama's balanced, but mostly to the left of the Gamecocks. Kai Kroger is going to do the onside kick, a one-hopper bouncing. They hadn't even blown it dead as of yet, and they called timeout, did Alabama.
Before the play takes its first timeout.
Tommy, it's almost like we knew that was coming because none of our players even moved on the play, going after the football, so that might not be our first option. So now Joe DeCamillis, who mans the special teams, we'll see if he has to change up the manner in which they do the onside. Kai Kroger, of course, the punter, did the drop kick on that turn. 27-25, 43 seconds remaining in the ball game. Carolina's fought back from 14 down. They take the lead. Scored on the first drive of the third quarter. And here we go again. Kai Kroger again. One hops it, looking left side. Alabama going for the football. It bounces around, and Carolina should have it. I believe the Gamecocks have it back at the 49-yard line. They do. The onside kick converts. And Carolina comes up with it, and with 40 seconds remaining, we still got a shot. That's Colin Bryant with the recovery on the squib kick punt by Kai Kroger. Oh my goodness.
I've been doing it 52 years. I played for 4 years. I had 2 years in there. I just went to all the games. I've never seen one like this. Never. There's so many crazy plays. I'm just loving it. This is why you love college football.
And Tommy, the good thing here, down by 2. All we need is Herrera in range with 40 seconds to go. Remember, no timeouts. We need to get to about the 27-yard line. Alabama looks like they're going to blitz. Sellers changing things up. 14 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time. Rocket Sanders to his left. Bama backs out, now they come. Sellers, quick throw, it's batted up in the air. It's tipped and then caught by a Gamecock offensive lineman, and he's running it. Now we have seen everything, Tommy. 30 seconds remaining, 29, 28. Sellers trying to get people lined up, 25, 24. Carolina down by 2. Bama up at the line of scrimmage again. Sellers takes a snap, 19 seconds to go. He's got to roll left, turns his shoulders, pump fakes, going to throw it out of bounds, stops the clock with 13 seconds remaining. Smart play by Sellers that time, taking big-time losses, and Bama is bringing the entire house to stop him.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about many times in cases like this, they would back out of there to put everybody in zone coverage and force him to find the right guy. That's not the case now. They're just unloading on him, and he's got to be ready for that. Our coaching staff has to be ready for that with the plays we call too. But had he gotten caught then, you're right, Todd, it'd have been over. Game would have been over.
Got to catch something and spike it. Catch and spike. Only 13 seconds remaining. Down by 2. Here's Bama coming again. Sellers backing up. Going to throw down the field. A lob play. Nick Harbor doesn't see it and is thrown into coverage and picked off. He threw it up to Harbor for a jump ball. And Bama gets the pick in the end zone, but they come out with it, trying to return it up the field. They run the clock out. That's it. That's it. Alabama holds on. After a successful onside kick and coming back from 14 down, Carolina can't close it out, and number 7, Alabama wins 27-25. Oh. Harbor was down there. There were 3 other guys anyhow, but Harbor never got his head around Tommy. And Sellers going for it with 13 seconds to go in the ball game, 4-0. Boy, the play really may have been the 2-point conversion. I think that's the one in the passing game that got away from it.
Yeah, I agree.
Gamecocks out.
This one kind of, there's a part of me that's very, very proud, as I said earlier, of this football team, this coaching staff. There's no question about it. And I know all Gamecock fans are as well. But then there's another part of me that's very frustrated that we had some unforced errors, Todd, as you called it, and it just happened. So, and Alabama did as well, but we forced Alabama's unforced errors. They didn't just drop the ball in the backfield and things like that. But I've got to be proud of these kids overall. We bounced back from last week, which was very disturbing, but they played well today. God knows I just hate it for them and for our fans. We deserve to win this game. We didn't. We still got some games left. Let's go get them.
Gamecocks outgained the Crimson Tide 374 yards to 313. Lenore Sellers, in many respects, outplayed Jalen Milroe. He was 23 of 31, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had that last interception in kind of a Hail Mary play. Don't get me wrong, Milroe played very well, 16 of 23, 209 in the touchdown. But the fumbles that Sellers had were the difference that gave Alabama scoring situations when Carolina had scored 19 straight points and had taken the lead in the ball game. So we're not the first to come to Tuscaloosa and be disappointed. And we do so today and drop to 3-3 on the season on an absolute gutty ball game. The final score, Alabama 27, Carolina 25. We'll start to recap today's game in a few moments on the Carolina Locker Room Report. You're listening to the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.